Alright guys, just wanted to do a little review on my Mitsubishi Evo X. This is a 2 litre Myvec FQ330 model, so it's 330 horsepower, dishing out about 323 foot-pounds of torque. It's had no modifications to the engine as of yet, so it's completely stock. Just so you can have a little look around the engine. So this is a 2 litre turbo. Try to keep it as very clean as possible. See? Now, I've done a few little things to this car myself. Obviously I've added the BOV dump valve, Turbo Smart dump valve. The thing I like about this dump valve, you can obviously adjust it here. So, you know, you can have it 100% atmosphere, or you can have it 50-50. I just have it set on 50-50. Keeps it ECU happy. So that's all good. Other things that I've done is these visors. As you can see, they're quite handy. They look quite smart as well. Then I've done this carbon fibre strips down the door panel here. Now I've fitted these wheels as well. These are 19-inch Team Dynamic wheels, quite good. Haven't been curved up to yet, which is all good. They've got Goodyear tyres, F1s, Symmetrics, 19-inch, very good tyres. And then just recently I've purchased a aftermarket exhaust pipe, well, catback exhaust, as you would. Very good exhaust by the looks of it. Well, I'm happy with it. Price is absolutely brilliant. It's made by Spec D. I've had no issues with it up to yet. Also, you get the burnt tips on the end. It's fully stainless steel. It sounds great. And believe it or not, this sauce only cost me, with the taxes, £480. So that's, compared to what other exhausts are out there, this is actually very cheap, and it seems of good quality. Like I say, I've had no problems with it up to yet. Yeah, I think it's great. You know, it sounds great too, compared to the stock one that I had on there. And also, I'd just like to mention that this exhaust actually weighs, and this is serious, I'm talking serious now, this is cool. This exhaust probably weighs, with the actual pipe from the cat back, it probably weighs about 5 kilos, maybe less, where the stock one is easy coming in at 20 kilos, easily coming in at 20 kilos. They say you get about 15 horsepower from this Spec D system. I don't know about that, but I'm going on the dyno on Saturday, so, you know, like I say, it's running 330 horsepower at present. Yeah, so we'll see if it's any gains from that. I'm not too sure yet what I'm going to do yet. If I'm going to put a sports cat on the car, or I might go for a high flow cat. You know, I don't know yet. I haven't made my mind up. I've just ordered a manifold, which obviously sits under here. Exhaust manifold for this is obviously a cast iron one at the moment. This is going to be replaced for a fully stainless steel race manifold, 3-inch. And then obviously I've got to change the downpipe, which is going to be into a 3-inch with a flexi. Important thing, flexi, obviously, you know, so obviously things do move, so you need to have that. Some people fit hard exhaust, don't understand why. It just causes cracks and all sorts of problems down the line. But yeah, anyway, so there's that side of it. So hopefully, you know, and then obviously once that's all fitted, I'll put it on the dyno again and see what sort of horsepower I'm going to be making from that. Now, coming to the air introduction kit, I've seen one online. I can't remember what sort of name it is. It's about 250 quid. Quite expensive for a air introduction kit, if you ask me. But it's meant to give you 21 horsepower gains. So yeah, I mean, I'm literally, like I say, I've done a catback on this. I've done the dump valve on this. I'm going to do the full exhaust system, and the kit, the air intake kit I'm going to put on there. Apparently, like I say, it gives you 21 horsepower. I'm going to upgrade the rotors to drilled and grooved, is it? Rotors, if you like. I've heard lots of horrible stories about them, and people are saying, well, these ones are better and blah blah blah. But hey, I'm still looking into that anyway. Yeah, so I want to make the car, obviously, I want to make it about 400 foot-pounds of torque, which the 4B11 that's it's maxed out at 400 foot-pounds of torque. I haven't seen anyone running up over that. If they are, then in my opinion, they're looking for big trouble. It's going to throw a rod and it's going to break. It's going to come through the side of the block at some point. So yeah, so a safe one for this is probably 400 foot-pounds of torque, no more. 400 horsepower. It's not so much a horsepower. You could probably run it at 500 horsepower, but you need to keep the torque down. For me, I think I'm going to be happy with 400 for the time being. Anything over that, I think you need to do 2.2, 2.4 stroker. Yeah, you'll be up to good for 1,000 horsepower on that. But yeah, do you really want 1,000 horsepower? I mean, you have trouble putting a 330 down. They're very good cars, very reliable. This is the SST version. It's recently had a new gearbox fitted, brand new clutch pack fitted, new timing chains, new guides, new oil pump chain. Obviously a full service throughout. It's also had a new oil cooler, which is from a manufacturer, which is another thing I just like to point out. If you're going to do a track day and you're really going to give it some with this car and you're going to go around the track, the chances are that the oil in the transmission overheats and it's going to throw the car into limp mode, and you're going to be stuck at the side of the track because, cut a long story short, the stock oil cooler can't handle it. So, you know, you're better off buying an aftermarket one there as well. So it's a much better system. You know, you won't get these problems, you know, with the gearbox. I mean, it's a good car, you know, you just got, with this transmission, you've got to know how to look after it as well, you know. And also getting back to, you know, when you're changing, you know, more horsepower, like, if you want to go for 2.4 stroke, obviously, gearbox has to come off anyway. You'd have to upgrade the clutch pack, etc., etc., you know. But apart from that, they're a very good engine, very strong. Whereas Subaru, no disrespect to all you Subaru owners out there, that Subaru, anything over 300 horsepower, don't really like it, I suppose. You know, they always chuck a pipe or something's always going on with them. So, in my respect, this engine is a lot better than a Boxer Subaru engine. Much more reliable, much easier to get power from, and you don't have to spend a shitload of money. Sorry for the French. Yeah, I mean, I've had this car about a year now. Just coming up for its first MOT, so yeah, it's coming on a year now. Like I say, I've done some little bits and pieces to it. Going on the Roland Road on Saturday. Let's see what she's pushing out. I reckon that's 15 horsepower from the Spec D system. We'll find out. I don't think it is personally, I think it's just noise. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll do some more reviews.